Welcome to the Art of Conversation. It's your girl Alicia C. And we out here recording live. Yo! Happy Wednesday, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're feeling well this Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday. Wapa! Happy March Madness. We're talking about wellness, well-being. So it's only fair that we make the title of today's episode Healing. According to Oxford, healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Healing is so important. Say it again for the people in the back. Healing is so important. But yet, so many people run away from it. All of us can agree, right? We can all relate. I don't care your age, your race, your sexual orientation, your gender. We can all relate. Healing. Something doesn't affect all of us in different ways. We can all relate. Why do people run away from healing? Yes, because it's not an easy process, but it's very necessary. How do you expect to grow and become a better person or become healthier if you don't heal? The question is, do you have the courage? Do you really want to change? Do you really want to become the person who you always dreamt or destined to be? Are you afraid to become that person? Better yet, are you afraid to admit to yourself the type of person you actually are? We all have a purpose in life. Have you learned what yours is? Healing. I'm asking you 21 questions to see how you feel inside. I always like that song by 50 Cent. He said, got some questions that I gotta ask, and I hope you can come up with the answers, babe. Nah, but seriously, these are questions that you should and can consider asking yourself. When we heal, our spirits are raised, our intellect sharpened, our bodies become lighter. We are better able to assist others in their healing when we are going through the process ourselves. By emotionally healing creates awareness towards emotional reactions and helps express feelings in a proper way. It makes our bodies become lighter. Okay. This is coming from Mrs. Dance As If You Care, huh? Understanding consciously and releasing emotions. Several episodes about wellness, emotions, movement, dance as a way of releasing, huh? Body becomes lighter. Why is that? Because emotions are detachable, right? They can detach from our bodies. But in order for them to be detached, we have to first accept and identify that they're there. And we have to evaluate what triggered that emotion. People don't want to do all of that. So what do? It ain't happen. Oh, I don't want to deal with it. They suppress it. Emotions, when not dealt with and suppressed, what? Stores in your body. Where? In your muscles. Your cells. People walk around, you wondering why they hunch, why they're stiff, why they have ailments in their body. Trauma. Sometimes it's from emotion. Sometimes something could have happened. Abuse. Trauma is locked in your body, is stored in your body. Healing, releasing that. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of hearing hurt people hurt people. I've said this again and again. Weak people hurt people. Because there's a lot of us that's been hurt. And we don't go out there and hurt people or continue to hurt people because we're hurting, right? That person has nothing to do with why you're hurting. You need to work on what's going on within you. Stop with the excuses. See, that's not enough. That's not it. Ain't enough. You gotta come up with something else. Give me something else. You've got 40, 50, 60-year-old adults. 40, 50, 60-year-old adults still angry about something that happened at age 4 or 5. Does that seem like a healthy thing to do? Rewind. By emotionally healing, this creates awareness towards emotional reactions and helps express feelings in a proper, healthier way. According to Mark de Jesus, we avoid emotional pain for the following 6 reasons. Let's hear it. We have been trained that pain is bad. We fear facing pain. We hate vulnerability. We run to comfort. Some things in life are working for you. We don't know what to do with pain. I could give you a list of things. Do you guys agree with those 6 reasons? I agree. Both of my hands are up. And I can even add further to that list. Psychology Today mentions that it's a natural human tendency to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Much of our lives is shaped around this instant. Ooh, but man, oh man, there are just so many hurting individuals walking among us. And you have to really work on and build your emotional intelligence. This is a serious thing. There are so many hurting individuals walking amongst us. We have to be the bigger person, the understanding and compassionate person. We have to have the emotional intelligence to deal with these hurting people, right? Because it's so quick to be impulsive. You did what? You said what? Ready to knock their head, pow, off their shoulders. They hurting. Not saying that what they're doing is right, but hey, you know what I'm saying? We've all found ourselves in these situations. You go to a store, you paying for something, and the cashier is so nasty out of nowhere, snatching the money, throwing your stuff, just randomly cursing. You hold the door for someone and maybe they don't say thank you. And I've seen some people, and hey, I'm guilty. I used to do that in the past. I used to hold the door sometimes. And if the person walked out and didn't say anything, I'll be like, you're welcome. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, thank you. But I get out of the habit of doing that because I'm not holding the door because I'm expecting you to say thank you. It's just everybody doesn't come with manners, so I can't expect that. It's just me being a decent person, and I see that, hey, you're like right behind me, you have bags in your hand here. It's nothing for me to just hold the door open. You know what I'm saying? But some people respond differently in situations like that, and I've seen people hold the door or whatever the elevator, and the person just right out, and the person will get furious. This is why I don't do this. That's why I don't hold no door. Ain't nobody told you to hold the door. Now there's gunshots firing. Actually, there was a story a couple of weeks ago or a couple months ago, I believe, where a guy shot the man, killed him, because he held the elevator door open for a woman that was coming, and he's trying to hurry up and get to where he's getting to, and he's, becoming irate because this guy is holding the elevator open for the late. It's just ignorance, right? We talked about fighting a war that's spiritual, not physical. There's demons walking amongst us. Yes, there's a lot of hurting people. There's a lot of demons. There's a lot of things that's walking amongst us aside from us, the human race. We could agree to disagree. I'm not going to go too farther into that. If you know, you know. All right? I might have an episode on that. That's actually an episode that I would want to do like a group round table about. Because I do have some people in mind who would be interested in that conversation, because we all have very different views on that. But listen, it's 2023. Anything gives, everything gives. If you think that it's just humans, we're the only ones here, you're mad. Neither here or there. Hurting individuals. Since the pandemic, we are seeing more of those hurting individuals, along with hearing more stories. More people are speaking their truth. More people are being exposed. I think it's a great step in the right direction. But there's so much work to be done. But again, it's a great step in the right direction, because at least there's a step forward. It doesn't matter how much work has to be done or how long it's going to take. It's getting started, right? Some of those hurt individuals are willing to do the work. The ones who don't, you leave them alone. What they say, you can take a donkey or horse to a river, but you can't force it to drink. Yeah, that's on you. That's your business. But you're going to live a very lonely life, because it's not that many people that's going to be around you with that type of energy, unless the person is just like both of y'all hurting and then y'all befriend each other or whatever. That happens a lot too. Misery loves company. Let's look at the children. A lot of children, unfortunately, are born into hurting families with hurting parents, born into a hurting generation. Ah, gosh. And there's no one there to give them the heads up, to rewire them, reprogram them, and break them out of that hurting cycle. They have to go through what they go through and eventually say, this is not right. I've had enough. And want to change it and make the change and stop that. I've always been a firm believer in healing yourself before having children. That was just always that's just how I always felt. I felt, why are you having children if you can't afford it? And why are you having children if you're not healed? Because you don't want to have children prematurely, and now these kids are affected by your pain. It's not fair to the kid. If we lived in a perfect world, right? Wishful thinking. We all know that things happen and that it's not always the case. Berkeley Wellbeing provides us with some examples of self-healing activities. Check it out. Try positive visualization. Visualizing yourself in a relaxing, positive space can help soothe your body and ease your mind. Listen to soothing music. Cut out unhealthy foods. Cut out unhealthy habits. What? Cut out unhealthy people. Start a gratitude journal. Try gardening, something creative. Go out into the nature. Connect with nature, our natural resources. It's easy to access. Enjoy it. Bask in it while you still can. Don't you see what these people trying to do? They're already polluting the air. They're frigging with the water, frigging with the food, frigging with the animals. Shit is being cloned. Listen, enjoy it now. Because God forbid one day it's gone, then you're going to be like, damn, I wish I got the chance to walk on some grass. I wish I hugged a tree. I wish I went and smelled flowers. I wish I took that walk that day. I wish I went and swam. You know, don't wait. You see it? Listen, what have I been saying? Huh? It's March. This year just started and it's already March. I just coughed, blinked my eye, looked at the time and seen, oh shoot, it jumped from January to March. It didn't even feel like we had a February, but I know it was there. Time is flying. Healing. You don't just get up, oh, heal in 1 day, 2 days. This is a lengthy process. It takes time. Don't waste any more time. Take care of what's important. Those were all great examples. I added a few on top of it because I felt like they missed out a few. I would like to add even more to that list. Meditation and practicing mindfulness. What? Creative art activities, painting, drawing, dancing, sculpting, etc. Create a routine for yourself. Again, walk barefoot in some grass, spend time in nature, hug a tree, sit by some water, see? Along with cutting out the unhealthy foods, right? Also, your unhealthy mindset, your unhealthy traits. I already said habits and unhealthy people. Huh? Anything that goes against you progressing or your happiness or your energy. Cut it. You need to cut it. Come on, do it with me. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. What? Cut it. We don't got time for that. Cut that shit. What are some self-healing activities that you do that helps you through your process? Can you think of it? Without having to, it should come right there. Because if you hear me asking you this question, if as the listener, the audience, and you can't think of 1 or 2 things at the top of your head, you got an issue. You better take some time and write out that self-care and start journaling and let's get it together. We need to prioritize ourselves. That's all that means. And listen, it ain't no shots at anybody. Why? Because we're all guilty of it. We've all been so busy and consumed in life and work and this and that we forget, oh shoot, I didn't take any time for myself this week. I didn't sleep late. I didn't eat my favorite food. I didn't drink water today. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Just things that some people don't eat. They're running on coffee. Well, slow down. You all right? Yeah. You're all over the place jittering. Did you eat? Oh, I didn't have time to eat. I got a coffee. You're on your like 4th, 5th cup of coffee. Come on now. Drink some water. Have a fruit at least. If it helps, you can consider the 7 stages of grief to help with identifying and kind of planning out in journaling how your healing process may or may not look, right? 7 stages of grief. What? Shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, processing. Honestly, you can't skip any steps. You have to allow yourself to go through the process. It's painful, yes. It's annoying, it is. But once you get through it, you feel so amazing and renewed. The most painful part is not just the pain or hurt itself. Sometimes it's the shame and disappointment you feel within yourself when you actually have to sit and actually revisit these unwanted feelings or experiences that triggered and caused these emotions. Sometimes it's what was done to you, what a person said to you or done to you. But the shame and disappointment often comes from the realization you get when you fully accept and understand that you also played a part. So a big part of healing is accountability. You have to take accountability for allowing these people or person, place, or things to hurt you. They were wrong for what they did. And some people, it was unforgivable. But there's always red flags. There's always setting stronger boundaries. There's always, not always, but in a lot of cases, in most cases, there's always a part you play. You allowed yourself to undergo these emotions. You allowed yourself to give that hurtful person another chance. You gave them the benefit of the doubt when you knew. So when they hurt you a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, 9, 100 times, you feel, and you can't beat yourself up. You have to allow yourself to undergo those emotions, but you can't fault yourself. Reflect, forgive, feel your feelings. Forgive, when I say forgive, forgive yourself. Yeah, forgive the other person, or at least forgive the situation that connected you with this person, the situation, the experience. Because like I said, some people have done things or did things that are unforgivable, but you have to forgive yourself. Like I said, you have to be able to have the courage to actually look at the situation and say, yeah, I played a part in allowing myself to continue to get hurt. X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. I seen this, they did this, and I still went, or I still went back to them, or I gave them a chance, or I said, I looked at the good, I seen the good in the, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot, but that's a part of being mature. You jump in, you face it, you face facts, you have courage, makes you stronger, more wise. Everyone has a reason for why they behave the way they behaved in a certain situation. Whether you're on the receiving end of that hurt or if you're the one who's hurting, there's a reason for everything. You may not always know the reason. For yourself, you would know. For the other person, you won't. And usually when people are hurting you, it has nothing to do with you. It has all to do with that person who's hurting you. So don't blame yourself. Again, don't beat yourself up. You're human. Reflect, forgive, feel your feelings, no matter how long that may be. But don't allow yourself to get consumed in it. Everybody's duration of time is different. How long it takes you to heal is going to be different from how long it would take me, or the next person, or you, or she, or him. Don't compare. Only you know when you are over something. Only you know when you are ready. Only you know when you can say, and you can move forward without dragging that with you. And then after you do all that, you accept it for what it is, who they are, what happened, and you release it. So how do you know you've healed? Your thoughts are more positive and calm. Your wounds no longer define you as a person. Life feels like it's getting better. Your relationships are getting better. Your finances are improving. Remember, the previous episode we spoke about health, oral health. I said that your emotional health is connected to your financial health. When you're healed, notice I said your finances are improving. Your health is changing for the better. I hope you guys will be well this Wednesday. I hope you'll be wise this Wednesday. I'm saying what up this Wednesday. Be safe, y'all. Stay prayed and peace out.